Well, I got another new project on the lift. This one's, missing something pretty, main thing you need up front here. And instead of taking a good working, good running vehicle and modifying it, I'm going to take a bunch of parts and put them together. Because what I want to do is make an off-road mower out of this thing, or a mud mower, whatever you want to call it. So I've got this chassis. It's got the Peerless rear end in it, 5-speed. But I'm not going to use that one because I got this one right here all tore apart because I made this one into a solid axle. I built a locker for it. There's a guy on YouTube called Sprocket's Garage that shows you how to do one of these lockers to be able to put a solid axle in there and make it work that way for better traction. And I made a video on how I made this one. I'll link it in the description. But this axle needs to be longer now, so I have a new axle ordered for it, and I'll have to make all this new section here because I welded all this together. I don't know if I'll do that on the new one, or I'll just put it together. It holds up a lot better, I'm sure, with it being welded, but got all these parts and pieces waiting on the new axle. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what this project is going to be. I've got a couple of motors back there I can stick on this thing. I got another twin cylinder I may put on there, and I've got a couple of single cylinders. I think I got a 15 horse, maybe an 18 horse, something like that, single cylinder. But I guess let's get started on this project. One of the first things I'm going to have to do is fix the steering on this thing. That ball joint right there, as you can see, that's come apart. So I'm either going to have to make a new drag link piece for it, find some kind of way of fixing that ball joint there, which I don't think I can. I think I have to buy this whole arm right here. But I'll probably just end up making one, seeing what I can do with that. Let's get started on that. So what I've done is I got this drag link on here, and I cut the bad end off of it, and I've drilled a 1/2-inch hole in the end of it. Then I have this 1/2-inch fine thread bolt. It's basically going to go down in there, and then I have a 1/2-inch heim joint that'll screw down onto there. That should fix that up. Let me get that done. So these front tires, I was wanting to put something a little bit taller, a little more aggressive. This one especially is really dry rotted. This one on this side's not hardly as bad. It's not hardly as bad dry rotted. But this is a 16 by 6.5 by 8. And I just happen to have, this is the front wheel that used to be on the poor boy Polaris. It slides right on there. Look at how much more aggressive tread and all that is. And it is an 18 by 9.5 by 8. So I think that's what I'm going to put on there. Let me get the other one put on there. Well, I have pulled all of the wiring out of here because it's such a mess. It's all going to have to be redone anyway. And I've taken all of the deck lift stuff out from underneath it. The rod up here that engaged the blades. Got all that out of there. So It's pretty clean right now. I'm going to take it out there, I think, and pressure wash it off real good to do the rest of the work I need to do on it. So let's go do that. I about decided to not go out and pressure wash it just yet. Since I'm doing something a little crazy with this back axle, I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and I need to strip all this sheet metal down and get all this off of here and get it to where I can get that rear end out of there. But I could get it out there without taking all this sheet metal off, but you'll see later on why I want to get the sheet metal off. Let me get started on that. So that took about 20 to 30 minutes to get it to that point. All of that stuff taken off. Took longer to get the wheels and tires off than anything. But about to get the transmission out of there. When I get the parts in for the other transmission, I'll get it put together and get it stuck in there. You'll see what I'm talking about, what I'm doing with it. Well, the transmission is out. And the chassis is pretty bare. So while it's pretty bare, now I think I'm going to go out there and clean it up real good. Well, I got this all pressure washed now, and I remembered that I never did show y'all that I got the steering component here fixed up. So that should be good. I may end up having to do the other end, I don't know. It's working right now. If it pops apart sometime later on, I'll do it the same way too. So I had somebody just recently give me this lawnmower, and with a little bit of work, I've got the engine running on it. So instead of digging one of those engines out that I've already got back there and having to deal with fixing it, I'm just going to take this one off here and clean it up and put it on the chassis that I have and make it work that way. Like I say, this is not really a chassis that I would want to use for an off-road mower. So it would be better for me to just take this motor off. And this chassis has a lot of problems with it anyway, though. A lot of the steering components are all bent up here. The tie rods and all are bent really bad, and none of the tires hold up, that type of thing. So I'm just going to take this motor off, like I say, and clean it up, put it on the other chassis. Well, I tore down this thing a little further than I probably had to, just because I want to try to keep this wiring harness and just take out what I don't need. But I want to try to save this wiring harness, but I've got the motor loose. It's ready to lift off here. I'll probably take it off and change the oil in it, oil filter and stuff like that while I've got it off of the mower. And then I'll get ready to put it on the other chassis. Got the transaxle put back underneath there. Got a lot more stuff I'm going to do to that part. But at least it's on there right now. I'll slip the wheels and tires back on there temporarily where I can roll it around. We'll go on to the next part of this project. Well, now that I have the wheels and tires on there, you can see I've got 4.5 inches of axle shaft sticking out there past the transmission, and that's going to be great in one way, but it's going to be bad in other ways. It's going to have a tendency to bend that shaft, so I've got an idea to take care of that. So let's get to it. So this is what I've got in mind for this extra length of axle sitting out here. I'm going to put a piece of steel on top of this and bolt it to it, and then I'll probably just bring a piece up to the top of here at an angle up to this good piece of steel right there, just to help support the end of this axle to keep it from bending. That's what I did on poor boy Polaris, and it should work real good on this too. So I got these pieces just tacked on right now. It's holding the bearing on there. There's the bearing underneath there. The piece going across to the frame just to help reinforce that extra axle. Yeah, it'd have been a lot simpler if I'd have just started out with a mower that was already running and all together. But no, I got to do it the hard way and do it with what I've got. And what I've got is a lawnmower that's had some stuff taken off of it. I got a motor off of another one. I'm taking a transmission out of another one. But it'll all come together. You'll see what I'm doing. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Please like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you on the next one.